can't breathe. I can't breathe.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
Don't want to die here. I want to see the sky, feel the fresh air.
Hindi ko alam kung saan ang pupunta.
Feel the fresh air.
Nakakatakot dito. Die here. I want to see the sky, feel the fresh air. Ay, gago.
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here. I need to get out.
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay. I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
Mr. Thatcher, your friend Newton sent me to help you. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Punta ako dito.
Didn't know if I was gonna do a part 3.
Wala, doon na yung kalaban ko. Man, natapos mo na to. Gago. Ano ba dyan? Uy.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
Naku, yan naman.
What sort of creature is this?
Uy. Uy, gago, hindi kita nakikita. Uy. Ay, gago. Lapit na eh. Mabagal stamina.
Yun, buti sinagot mo. Yagi, yung pinapost mo na controller kay Mehmet galing kay Joy. Putang ina niya. Huwag mo ipopost yun, fake yun. Matatali ka doon nung kagabi ko pa gusto sabihin sa'yo. Tapos ka doon, pag may bumili yun, tas ano, wasak ang pangalan mo. Di na lang na sa akin yan, di ko inano. Hindi, pero sinabi ko sa'yo. Kasi sisira ka talaga dyan. May bumili.
What sort of creature is
May
this?
nakadaan Jordan na nakadaan yan. Sabihin mo mahigo na si Jordan. Ako pa. Kaya nga hindi mo alam, sinabi ko lang sa'yo dahil pag may bumili niya, di ba siyempre, alam mo, legit, patay ka siya. Patay ka siya. Pagkat papasok niya pala ng gate, sinabi ko na, puta na, Peggy yan. Sabi ko, pasensya ka na, sabi ko. Umuuli. Sabi, kahit 500, ako hindi umuuli. Wala rin akong pinasa kayo, sinabi ko, George, ay pasa sa'yo, wala. Oo, mas tira ka dyan daw walang kalawan-lawan. Hindi ko mahina alam sinabi mo sa akin. Salamat. Thank you, thank you.
Huwag ka maguluman. Huwag ka maguluman. Namatay tuloy.
Pupus ko.
Wag, namatay tuloy. Ang hirap. Ay!
Ito ka sa gilid ba? Hindi ako makatulad. Yung paa mo nadadaganan mo. Nahiya ang laay. Nahiya. Na ano? Diretso ba dito? Nanugulo ka eh. Oh, tapang ng amoy ba?
Amoy.
Tapang!
Nakakainis ka.
Utang inagili-gili. Ano yan, ma? Hindi ako makadiretso, mang hirap. Hindi ako makatulog.
What sort of creature is this?
Corner. Si Gago. Ang hirap. Nakuha ko na, na-corner ko na siya eh.
Taklayo ko.
Amoy yan. Wala ni ang nakabuisit ka. Teka, paano? Nakatingin ka niya.
What sort of creature is this?
Sabi ni Mama man, parang araw ito.
Huwag kayo magulo! Mamatay na, oh. Ayan! Namatay na!
Ano ba yung tilapia sa palengke ba na sa tiles?
Ang hirap, pero nakuha ko na yung strategy niya.
Kasi lagyan ng ilaw.
Ang ina pinakita ko kay Mama yung video ko, ba't sabi niyo araw ito? Kaya pag na-dead ba?
What sort of creature is this?
Gago, mali.
Alam mo na, ayaw mo sa YouTube yan
Putang ina!
Ang dami mag-ano niya.
Sakit na
Hindi
siya.
naman nag-upload yun.
Ng mga nagsalita. Naku po, papatok yan na. Ilang views.
Ay, salita yung dub lang, i-dub no, ma.
Oo, dab mo lang yan. Patok yan. Dab mo lang, idadab mo. Ay, ang ganda na nandun talaga mo.
Ganyan yan eh.
Nandun na, weh. Pati nung mausap. Gab.
Corner ito naman.
Kaya nga na-corner ko na siya kanina eh.
What sort of creature is this?
Tignan man corner ito.
Uy, gago, napapagod. Tabi! Puta na. Combo ah.
Ito okay yan ah. Yan okay. Yan.
Yay!
Pa!
Ay, salamat.
Mal, XP yun, Mal.
Here's
Anong gagawin?
Hindi, nakuha mo na
some
XP.
voucher for a free checkup
XP
in
niya?
nature.
Wala eh.
What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Ah, nakuha na yun, oh. 90.
Kunti lang. Ano daw? Each white chopper.
Drop it, pump it, keep it, zip it, zap it, turn it, run.
Kalabas na.
Ha?
Pagkuha mga hindi mo sa PCS. Okay, hindi ko pa sinaksak.
Bago.
Saan pipino?
Yan lang sa lamesa na nakabalot ng labo plastic. Kasi gagawin kong ice candy yun, hindi ko magawa-gawa. Alam puwersa pang buo. Pamamuo yung plastic, alam puwersa na may hindi mo lang mapapalot kasi. Pagkabakan naman ha.
Hindi ko lalagay ko sa rep.
Pipino na, ano ko na, pinendet ko na.
Lalagay ko sa rep, ha?
Oo, sa freezer. Doon sa pinatay ko, huwag mong sasaksak ha.
Yes.
Nandiyan sa isang tray na ano na
Saan yung white chopper?
sa lamesa kung diyan banda. Kasi baka mapani. Baka magbuo ng plastic. Susugat na naman sila.
Dito.
Nakita mo na?
Dito.
Nandiyan, nakatray na plastic. Ah, okay. Salamat.
Okay na ba?
Ano? Bakit pa ba?
Wala bigyan na kanto na lang sa ano cooler ha. May mga pressure man yung mga ano hindi ako. Kaya magbulang ng tubig na
Magpakaya magtinda man, eh, no?
pagbulang ng tubig hindi pa lang eh. Hindi ko mapwersa eh. Bitawan ko ba?
Kukunin ko. So, hindi. Baka pumunta dito, baka kukunin ko.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top.
Ang kainis dito, naglo-loading.
Wallet, cellphone,
Toma.
music, pera.
Wala na tayong baraha.
Wala na, doon na sa ibabaw lang yung mga bara-bara mo.
It's elite! Kill it! Snap it, elite! He's mine! I'll take it!
Hindi ko kalaban yun.
One of them!
Ay, gago. You have been defeated.
More and more of these bloody leaks every night. Aye. The guards recruit more and more every year. When did you join the guard?
Elite! Elite! Oh my god! I'll put an end to you! Die, vermin! Shit, that thing's fast!
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this trusting fellow.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night.
Oo. Anong tawag nito? Ngayon dito ko sa kwarto. Kwarto ni Weng.
I cannot enter.
Tinatry kong kumilos, parang bigat pa. Hindi ko makagawa ng ICD.
It's locked.
Oo. Kalimutan kong magpapili kay Weng ng Gatorade eh.
More and more of
May
these
tao
bloody
doon yung
leeches.
tindahan. May tao, alam mo naman yung anak mo na yun. Pero okay na ako, ano lang. Ano, parang wala lang puwersa. Gagawa akong ice candy sa kapatid. Hindi ko mapuhon. Kaya nga. Eh, suwari, naghihintay ng tao yun. Patawagan muna. Eh, baka tawagan na naman ako niyan eh. Oo. Anong tawag ito? Oo. Oo. Ay. Oo. Sana magdula na nga yung mga para sa amin sila nilita.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all!
Diba?
Stop it now, Albert! Stop it!
Oo. Ay, tunay ka talaga. Tama ang sinabi mo, wala talaga asahan sa dalawa. Lalaki pa man din sila. Kaya nga eh, anong tawag nito? Sana nga kung hindi siya pwede rito, mapaupa ko, tapos, di yung upa, ano man yung problema niya, talpak, tapos siya doon na sa Marikina, okay naman hanggang okay pa ako, nakaya ko pang kumilos, hindi doon muna siya, kung di ako okay, hindi siya mag-alaga sa akin, bigyan siya ng pera. Hindi ba kayo hindi ba kayo nagkakausap ng ano? Hindi ko alam mo anong wari niya, kung nagpa-private life siya o ano eh, wala akong idea, baka nagbababae naman yan o ano. Wala nga akong kontrol na sa kanya, okay naman na dahil kahit anong gawin niya, wala, hindi ko na sila kaya, iba na lifestyle nila, yung wag silang pakialaman, go na ako doon. Kaya nga, yun nga, ibig ko sabihin, kung dito siya sa atin, dito sa bahay dito, kung ano man yung gusto niya, bilang siya, si Weng. Wala na akong magagawa. Katulad niya, si Weng, naggaganyan-ganyan. Ang kontrol ko ba? Hindi na. Iba na yung lifestyle. Lalawanan ka pa eh. Parang ikaw pa yung may mali. Ikaw pa yung kasalanan. Ikaw pa yung may pangit na yung naging estado ng sitwasyon. Yan ang nangyayari. Tatayin nila lang ako. Makisakay na lang sa gusto nila. Huwag lang ako makarinig ng masakit o makakita ng hindi maganda. Pwede na kayo, benta na lang to eh. Wala, marami na tayo nangihintay sa dalawa. Tulad yan, nandiyan ka dito kung anong nagawa sa atin. Magpa-under na lang talaga. Wala kang pera, may pera ka, maaaring may power ka pa. Wala, mumukha ka ng kawawa. yan. Dito ko sa kwarto ni... Oh. Oh. Hindi ka nangihingi. Ayun na nga eh. Kasama yun na merong ganon. All of the above. Kaya wala ka na magagawa. Papalaga pa. Wala na. Oh, bahala na. Eh, hindi naman madala ito sa libingan ko. Yung galit ko, madadala ko. Pero yung naiwan ko, sila na makikinabang. Nadala ko lang yung galit sa libingan. Pero yung iniwan ko mga ano-ano. Oh. Oh, yan na yun. Yan na yung setup niya. Wala na magagawa. Ina-adjust ko na nga yung sarili ko. Inaharap ko na sa gano'n. Yan, kahit pakapataksak ako nito. Eh, gano'n na yung setup. Wala na magagawa. Eh, may mga ano sila eh. Ewan, may awa, may walang konsensya. May wala na akong mahina. Maluktot nga ako dito sa kwarto niyo eh. Oh. Oo, yan nga. Sila yung papatay sa magulang. Sinabi mo kay Clay. Anak niya pumatay kay Clay. Ano ngayon yung mga kabataan? Marunong demonyo na sila. Oo nga. Sinasabi mo nga na anak na papatay sa magulang. Sa Diyos. Ang iniintindi nila yung sarili nila. Yan na yun. Hindi kahit anong pilit yung basbas o ano, wala eh. Wala talaga, hindi maanuhan. Basta mapatay ka ng maayos, mabait, malinis, matino. Mismo. Ay, nako. Gago na eh. Okay. Kaya na. Alam na yan. Kaya nga, tapos hindi pa siya nagpapaliwanag, nagtatago siya. Kaya nga siste, ang lumalabas na manluloko siya. Oh. Oh. Kaya nga, ewan ko, masakit na yun. Na pre-pressure na masakit sa ulo, lalo buti wala ka dito sa Pilipinas, kundi naku po. Ewan ko, makontrol mo. Naku po. Tay ka na. Oo, ganyan ang mga konsumisyon. Taragis na buhay yan. Diba? Kaya nga, kaya, tama. Pinag-aad maayos, matino, pinagtapos mo, para hindi ka wawa lang araw. Wala. Taragis na yan. Buti ngayon, kawawa sila, mas kawawa tayo, kasi hindi natin yung problema nila. Ay, naku. Sa'yo mo lahat yan, bubukod lahat sa katawan mo yan, naku. Kaya nga, sila, mas bastante na sila, kasi may matitiran silang walang kapagod-pagod, libre. Bastante na sila sa ganyan. Wala silang pangarap na samantalay ko, may bahay si mama, lagyan ko na nga, patayo ito mag-ipon, maganda yung bahay. sila. Kontento na sila yung parang, ano ba, yung tinatawag na, ano, buhay, ano na lang, bahala sistema, basta nila, hindi na iintindihan pa. Oo, yan, yan. Kaya ako, kahit ano gawin natin, na-adapt natin yung problema nila kasi buhay pa tayo eh. Patay na tayo, pay-adapt natin. Kailangan mamatay tayo na naman, ano. Tulad yan, may sakit ka na, ako, naabot na rin ng ano, stress pa. Walang matinong ano, pag-iisip. Si Madam, charot-charot na kunwari, kakamusta, ano, ganun, tama ba yan? Ano mo, walang trabaho, kilos, ginawa ko si Lolita. Ngayon, nagbubugin para lang kay Pato. Kahit pagod galing kusina, galing trabaho, nagluluto pa. Aalis, magluluto, papasok, magluluto pa. Ito yan, doon, ginawa ko si Lolita dito. Ngayon, aga sa gising para kay Pato.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Siya para kay Bato. Kung akalain ko sa ganyan.
This is despicable.
Gawin niya akong patay na sa buhay niya.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Tingnan niyo na ugali mo, nasa kupa na nasa tanan. Kahit ang
I have this
kailangan, hindi na kaya
for blood.
sumabit sa tanas. Meron bang ganyan na ano? Linggo-linggo, inisim ako sila sa simbahan. Mali sila, atak-atak ko. Sabi nagkulang ako sa pagkakatagan sa kanila.
This
Halos
is
lahat yan, ginawa ko sa kanila.
despicable.
Ito mo nangyari. Lahat sila ganyan. Malukusin. Malaking question yan sa akin. Kaya lang iniisis mo, pag mamamatay ako sa kayo isip, hindi pa ako handa mamatay. Meron pa akong inisipin. Na balang araw, nasa ilalim na ako ng lupa, binubura pa ako ng anak ko, si Mama kasi, hindi inayos yung ano eh. Mamamatay na pala, hindi pa inayos eh. Nakalibing na ako sa ilalim ng lupa, binubura pa ako ng anak mo.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Oo, number 1 na, di ba nung araw kami? Oo, di ba nung araw kami kahit tanggal leg yung baha, punta ng Divisoria, halos kabatay mo na para maghanap ng pera, makakuha ng bayad lupa, makabili. Hindi yan istorya, totoong nangyari yan. Tinatawid namin ni ang baha sa bibi, hanggang leeg. Kahit bagyo, maghahanap na puntang ng Divisoria. Pagpasko, walang tulugan,
Nobody at
kahit
home.
ipakin, natiis ko yan ng ganyan. Para kumita ng pera, magkaroon ng bayad lupa. Ito, lupa na to, ang laking kasaysayan sa buhay ko to. Tapos sila iiwan ko sa kanila, walang kaiblang-iblang, hindi man lang nila ka. Batin ka, lag-lag lahat ang gago. Naku. Lahat pinagtapos mo nga eh. Alam mo, yung isang anak
Welcome, sir. Please take a browse of my wares.
I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Nakakatakot doon, yung ma-wanted ka, yun. Tarigos na yan.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Grabe sila, masyado. Hindi naman. Grabe sila.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you?
Naalat siya ron sa babae na yan. Walang kwenta.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Gago
Nurse Crane. So the bitch really is a nurse
Nandun
then?
na nga tayo, nahiwalay na.
Always thought she was
nahiwalay
just
na.
some crafty foreigner, that one.
Nagtulog siya ng buhay, mas marami siyang pera na yung dapat.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Wala na. Ano na nga shabu? Renta.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Hindi mo na ganit lamang sinabihan mo
hard to
kasi
believe.
lalong madam.
But this
Kapag
district has
na-
always
ano
been
asawa niya,
wretched.
ganun yung kaano niya.
Let your guard down.
Paano niya, siyang matinding ano ko kaaway ko, hindi dalawang anak nila.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Ano, pinatay niya ako.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then?
Hindi, parehas din ang laban.
Okay.
Sino mo, pinagtapos
Come
ng
on.
gaga, ang sarap, ang daan
I'm Harry,
mo, ang
by the way.
sinusweldo. O,
Even
naalala
my
ba ako?
dreams are soaked
Hindi ako
with
humingi ng
glue.
pera sa kanya, yung mga ano yun niya, wala. Pinatay niya nga ako eh. Pinatay niya tayo. Yun, kaya ang laki ng ano, kaya sabi ko, para lahat naman mamamatay.
May I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered.
Lahat mamamatay.
What could be worse?
Oo, kaya ano yan eh, iba-ibang ano lang yan, lahat mamamatay. Kaya lang ako, mamamatay ako dun sa sama na loob. Dala ko yan sa libro niya, tatlo yan na ano, sino man yung kasama na sa buhay ng pabigat. Kasama ko yan mamamatay sa pabigat. Wala kang ma-inception.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Oh,
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered.
celebrate.
What could be worse?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her.
Maalaga sa'yo, yun
She
ang
came here to examine me when I was very sick.
eh, kahit nga hindi mo anak, kung
She said I
nag-alaga
should
sa'yo,
go out
parang
more.
ano mo daw yun eh. Litak-tak. Oh, talaga? Oo, magaling kahit malaki.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough
May
like...
300,000 siya eh.
Well, you know.
Oh, ito nang masaya.
Speaking of
Tayo
which,
dito nagdideliryo.
what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Diba ang kay Mita, ang hawak niya?
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place.
Siya
It
rin
was my father's decision.
Nakakita.
And look around you.
Kuya, na kay kuya, wala nga
Does this look like a nice place to live?
Kasi nasa sinta ng kuya, alam mo ba, dumating na yung pera mo. Pero yung pera
This place
dumating na
is
January,
awful,
batch
I
niya
agree.
nalaman. Pagdating
But does that not
niya,
mean your situation
parang
can
tayo,
only
hindi
improve?
na nalaman
That's exactly
din.
what my father says.
Pagkaano lang kasi
Harry,
matiktik na
you
ako,
should be
kaya
grateful for what you've got.
natitik ko. Kung
But I
hindi,
wasn't even
hindi
consulted
natitik,
when we moved
hindi
here.
Hindi natin alam na may pera na.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody, frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Hindi kailangan niya ako yung bahay sa Cavite dahil malaki.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Is there only pain and suffering in this world?
Kaya yung pera na yun, tama lang yung sinabi mo na para sa akin, dahil pera natin yun.
It's locked.
Tata na, pinatrabaho ko ng kaso mo, lockdown. Kaya sabi ko, kung makuha ko yung pera, itong kusina rito, wala silang interest pa ayos. Ano lang yan yun, ganun lang yan. Di ba amin pinto, hindi lang kupit, hindi na paayos. Laglag na yung main doon na pinadala mo, laglag na yung lalim. Ay, nakakanga, hindi na paayos.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Pagod, kuya, anak na pera. Sabi ko, wala apunan. Kasi inaagaw ko nga yung oras, mari lang takbo yung katawan ko sa puso. Ang tawag ito, yan, nakuha ko sana kung nandun na kay kuya, tawagin ko sa backupan mo ko backupan mo ko na hindi ganun nakalate yung kasi hindi na kailangan niya pera.
No one's there.
Backupan mo ko na ikaw yung testigo, ikaw kay kuya diba? Tapos siguro makukuha ko na yung pera na yun. Plano lang. Makakukuha ko yung pera na yun. Kukuha ko ng bugil-bugil dito na bata. Kaya doon ko ng 2,000 isang buwan. May tagapagkilos lang ako. Yung bata rito bugil-bugil. May swate. May habol lang sa trabaho ko. Bawa. Gasan mo to. Pag hindi ako bulti sa basta ulan. Pag bata, siyempre. Usan mo lang. Pag-ispe. Nakabulot naman ako. CCTV naman. Bawa, imagine ko, pupunin ko yung tindahan. Doon ako sa tindahan. Inuwa yung sarili ko. Kasi ang hirap Inuwa yung sarili ko. ko, kuha ko sa kasama ko, tatapag-ibig, tatapag-ibig ko, higos, doon ako sa tindahan. Mahalin ko naman yung sarili ko, pagpahingayin ko naman yung sarili ko.
The Swan Recording can be the answer to all your problems.
Wala naman ako sa daan.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
Kaya nga, sabi ko, ano ba ito kumuha akong pagkakapera? Kasi wala naman. Along na ako, isa na ako noon, along na ako sa mga kaibigan ko na meron kayo kilala, lalo doon sa Incon. Marami nagre-renta na ngayon eh. Mga bed space lang. Tatayo lang ako doon. Kaibigan ko marami kilala doon. Doon ka lang sa amin mag-bed space. Walk-in lang. Hindi na mamamasaya. Kasi hindi trabaho. Ang dami. Kaso wala akong mga trabaho. Sabi ko, nag-uus ako ng pera kung papaayos ng bahay ito, tinutulong. Pinasakit na pera ako na hindi na ako. Bugbog na ako sa baril. Sobrang bugbog na ako sa baril. Dito, nabog pa ako ng ganyan. Ano ito, pinapalo sa akin sarili ko para mamatay na lang. Sabi nga nito, pagkamahirap kami, sobrang abusado ng sarili ko. Patay na lang kita para hindi na lang. Kaya ayaw ko na muna ganun. Kasi kung muna yung dapat kasi ito, parang gawa ka. Marami pa akong bumuli. Dito mo dito. Para ayaw ko lagi. Magbuwa ng pera. Hindi na to. Kaya ata-atato na.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
It's all a bloody joke to you, isn't it? Stimulating drugs for the sick and suffering. The wet boots will be proud of me. Someday you'll have...
Inom na lang ako ng overdose ng gamot. Ganun ang balak ko pag ako pabigat na, overdose na ngayon yung ko.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Walang ganyan. Baliktad ko lang ha. Binaliktad na nila yung mundo kasi masakanas na yun. Kaya nga, ang Diyos hindi na madali nagkakarma. Sabi niya, may takot sa Diyos yun ang akin. Walang takot sa Diyos yun ang kanan. Yan, sabi ng yung servo na pari na nagdito sa akin. Hindi na nag-aano ang Diyos kasi mas marami sa masama. Ngayon, nangyayari na lang, sino may takot sa kanya, yun ang kanya. Sino walang takot sa kanya, wala nang maniwala. Doon siya may sakanan. Ganun na lang daw ng sabi. Kasi binigyan daw ng pakilisip ng tao. Sa tama at sa mali. Tama o ano. Joseph, si Lucy.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for
Yan ang mga sinasabi
the
ng
Swanborough cordial.
Kung dalaga ka, huwag ka na mag-asawa. Matandang dalaga ka, huwag ka na mag-asawa. Yan ang ano ng mga paring demon. Yan. May malalim na dahilan, may malalim na ibig sabihin yun. Yung mga walang tapos sa Lord. Sa kanas. May tapos sa kanya. Nana, many are chosen, but you are good. Yan ang pare, sermon. Hindi ako natutulog sa gabi. Gusto ko na mainit. Nagbabible ako. Yung mag-isip, yung isip ko walang sagot. Yun ang masakit. Wala naman sagot. Anong gagawin mo? Nagbabible. Tapos,
there's no one in.
Ikaw, may sakit ka rin. Mamaya,
There's nobody here.
Mamaya, dumaan ka sa galit. Munganga mo, alang preno, atakinin ka dyan mag-isa mo. Diyos ko, anak mo papatay sa'yo.
I cannot enter.
Namali ka sa akin kung ano reaction niya. Dead na nga eh. Ano ka ba? Wala na. Patay na ako sa anak mo. Tanggap ko na yan. Mamaya ikaw ang sumbungin dyan. Napapano ka na. Sobra ka na rin nag-iisip. Ang pag-isipan natin, ikunin natin yung pera kay kuya. Ipadala ko sa'yo yung iba. May pera ka rin doon. Kinuha ni Gagong madam doon kay Bato. Hindi mo ba? Dasal mo na lang yung pera natin, yung last strength natin, yun na lang yung makakatulong sa atin. Padala ko sa'yo yung pera mo niya, punukuha natin kay kuya. Ayos, wala na asahan sa mga anak natin. Kala natin yan natin. Pagkanda ng mundo yung ano. Tanggap ko na yan. Nakasakot ako ganito. Mabigat eh. Katawan ng kanda ko.
Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Hindi mo na kaya bumangon. Patay ka na.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ngayon, pagka nagtawag sa'yo yan, naku, magigili ka. Malamang, pag nakuha mo yan, sekretuhin mo na, tawagan mo si grandma, ito. Lahat yan, malalaman ko kasi magdadaldal yan, ako na yan. Hero ko, wala akong alam eh. Eh sila, Weng naman, wala namang interes kausapin yung bata, ewan ko. Wala tuloy akong balita kung napapano nila, ano, po sa Facebook, puro sinungaling naman yan si Madam. Oo, kaya nga, ang talagang original na ano, wala kang masasapatin. Ang talagang original na ano, dahil yung apo mo na si Bayan, dahil nagdaldal yan. O, pwede niya sabihin na, sa kanya huwag kami, kay daddy, mami mo, nagtatawag tayo, ha. O, susunod yan. Baka mga usap yan, marami kong malaman dyan. Wala akong alam eh. Hindi ko alam kung anong nangyayari sa kanila. Eh, puta rin, dadagdag pa yung sabi nga raw, napakaganda raw. Wala akong nakikita. Walang nagsesend sa akin. Oh. 1960 eh. Di ba sabi nga ni Bato kang mukha ko raw pangit? Hindi, nung kapal lang mukha, naharap-harapan. Kapal lang mukha niya, hayop siya. Wala nang Diyos sa kanya. Sana yung mga tumatamang mga karma sa kanya, huwag sa apo ko. Bakit yun sa apo ko pa na ano? Yan ang gumagawa ng masama sa apo ko tumatama.
Get back in!
naman impyerno sila. Dahil kampo na sila yung Satanas, pero ako pinatay na tayo. Tama ba yan? Tayo, pangalawa sa utos ng Diyos. Mahal ng Diyos, hindi ka sa lahat. Pangalawa, wala na. Sabi ko, pati siya, unang tumulong ng Pilipinas. Kahit mamatay ako eh. Totoo pala yung sinasabi ng magulang. Huwag siyang sumilip sa bangkay ko ha. Yan pala, yan mga ganyan. No? May mga dahilan pala yan. Kaya pala nasasabi ng magulang yan. Pagpatay ko, huwag mo siyang pasilipin sa bangkay ko ha. Yan. Yan eh. Oo, yan, di ba? Ikaw lang, alam niya na ganyan yung estado mo. Dapat updated ka. Diba ito pagka-video mo, babangon yan. Askasuin niya. Iwaan niyang lemon. Ako 2 buwan sa
It's
kama.
locked, all right.
Ikaw lang ingay. Ganun sa kabilang kwarto. Wala lang. Di ba nasabihin mo, dali kita sa doktor. Wala. Walang ano. Nasdoon. Wala ka bang gamit sa doktor? Ganun pa ako. Dito sa akin yung ano. Nagtira ng anak niya. Lagos din na balik ko sa butika ng Pinoy. Gagawin ko, lalagutin ko ng todo yun. Ayos ko, overdose ako. 2 buwan na yung ubo ko eh. Igulat si Gaga, wala na yan, wala na. Hindi ko lang masabi, lagot ko na. Hilo na ako sa overdose. 2 buwan na ako nakalubok sa umon eh. Naubos yung tissue. Hindi man lang niyo ako naisip na ipag-hospital. Sabi niya, kapal ng mukha mo, papahospital ka kapag nag-uot ka ko yan, kapag mo pa narinig ko yan. Dinig na dinig, ubo, hindi naman yan ano. 2 buwan ako dinuubo. Dinig na dinig nila. Wala man lang salitang ano eh. Nganinang mamatay ka lang sa ano mo. Wala, kaya nga ako, kung pwede ako magsumpa, kaya ko isumpa siya. Anak ko siya eh. Anak ko lang siya eh. Hindi ko kaya. Pero tatalaban sumpa ko. Kasi wala akong kasalanan. Bakit hindi akong pinan yan? Tatalab yan. Lalo si Bato, kasal sila. Talab yan, sumpa ako sa kanya. Kaya lang, nagsumpa ako sa Quiapo na hindi ako gagawa ng masama. Dahil binigay niya sa akin lahat mga gusto ko mangyari.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Mababasa mo, hindi nagsumasagot, pero yung mga reaction nila, basang-basa mo na. Basang-basa mo kung totoo, napipilitan, kunwari, basang-basa ko.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll talk again.
akong makita. Hindi ko alam kung ano dahilan. May mga kanya-kanya silang ano. Na hindi ko na kailangan tayin o hangalin. Tayin, hangalin. Mangyari. Ano ang tao, ikaw rin makakaramdam kung anong klase siya sa'yo. Yun, ikaw mag-a-adjust. Mag-a-adjust, sari-sari ng klase ng tao, kung saan na ako nakarating, sa Oman, sa Dubai, sa Aleno, sa Iskapo, sa kung pinarating mo ako na doon, iba-ibang kultura na ano.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Kahit talangin mo pa, wala ka ng kabutihan, palit, masama. Bakit ganun? Mga kanto sa gabi.
Imprisoned by your...
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
I want another baby. I want another baby. Hindi mo pumasettle yung problema mo. Pala meron kang paggastos.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us, but not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Fire is just the instinctive answer of a caveman facing something he does not understand. This is the 20th century.
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
I have heard enough. Goodbye.
Tandaan mo ako pag-alis ko dito. Yan ang pinatawag mabigat. Pag-alis ko dito, araw-araw may karma ka na. Sabi niya, alam mo kung ano ang karma mo. O yan, no, si Bato. Yan ang araw-araw karma mo. Sabi ako. Huwag na huwag yung nakalimutan yung sinabi ko sa'yo, ha? Yan ang karma mo. Ako, hindi lang magalit. Sobrang hindi lang magalit. Kahit hindi lang Ganon. Magulang sila. Hindi yan. Nalagaan. Naku, hindi nga eh. Naku, wala kayo pa sa ahay. Hindi mo sabi, ang tingin nasa loob. Diba? Dahil kung totoo siya, better, rest and give me my daughter. Dapat ganon eh. Inuubo ka na, hindi ka manilibuhan. Hindi ka matul ka, hindi ka matulog. Hindi ka nililibuhan nga. Sabi niya, mamaya, sabi niya ni Mato, you sleep mouth open. Sabi si Gago, maybe the fly will go in your mouth. Sabi, Gago, paano sa sobrang ikinas ko, kuya, nakakatulog, nakita niya.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Nakaramdam na siya na nakakaya na, nakakarating na sa tao na bisog siya.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wildflower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Nasa isang sulok na lang. Ano, ikiling-kiling na lang si nanay. Wala nang gawa. Bakit? Eh, papunta na sa kumatay ang anak niya. Bago na namin gawa ni Christine. Pag na yung si asawa ni Kuya. Siya, kumatay kay Kuya. Eh, si Kuya, ayaw niyang bigyan ng konsumisyon si nanay. O, then, lumabas sa bibig niya nung naghihingalo na. Pinano siya ni Christine, sinisipa na. Pinagbubuhat ang mabigat na pongpongkan. Wala na raw silbi. Anong sabi ko nang hingan mo si Kuya? Kuya, maigi pang pangit at patay na. Kaysa kinakawawa ka ng babae na yan. Pinapatay ka ng pahirap. Tanggap ko nang mamatay ka, Kuya. Patawarin mo na ako. Ano nakita ko si Kuya?
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. Tall stranger meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you know her, true.
Ano to? Ganyan ka na? Iiwan mo na kami ganyan? Ganon sagot niya? Parang isn't marinig ko yung ganon. Pinadyakan ko, papasok ka
Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary.
Kuya, mas gusto ko nang patay ka na kaysa ginaganyan kami pang babae na to.
A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Very well. Goodbye.
Binuo pa niya yung salita eh. Nung wala na akong ginawa sa'yo, mula nag-asawa tayo, sabi niya, ay, naku, mahal, kumpe, may record na record. Kaya mga anak ko nakarinig. Kaya nga sabi niya, nung narinig ko yun, dahil dito ko sa kabilang bahay na ano natin. tumakbo ko, nagtapos ako kasi naging ngalo si kuya, naligo na ako. Sabi ko, hindi na raw pwede maligo pag may patay na. Nalingalo na si kuya nun eh. Pinahapis ko yung tuwalya, sabay pasok ko sa sinugod ko. Nakita ko siya, nasa labas na ng pinto. Ganun yung dialogue, hinaksa ko, yung kumaong ko, piniklog ko, sabay bago ko sa leeg niya. Papunta siya kay kuya, napunta siya kay kuya. Tapos nakatayo, nung nakatayo, sabay takbo, hilang na si Howard. Palabas, takbo na siya, palabas ang gate. Pero nadinig na yung pinita akong salita, si kuya, umiyak. Tumulo yung luha na nakagulid. Tapos yam-yam kunti. Huling lagok, mahal ko ba yun? Sabi niya, huling lagok, tanong na anak ni si Weng, may malay na yan. Huling hinga ni kuya, mahal ko ba yun? Sabi niya, sabay patay na. Ayun siya, siyang pumatay kay kuya. Saliway-way yun, dito yan, sa main bahay ni nanay. Umuwi na si kuya, tiklop na eh. Tiklop na. Dinala pa namin kay Dr. J. Sabi ni Dr. J, uwi mo na. Dapat maaga pa, dinala nyo dito yan.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling, but I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor, Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick, though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Many people must deal with poverty, but not all choose to sell their bodies. That was your decision.
And when exactly was the last time you looked for a job? Or worried about the rent, or what, or when you were going to eat?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Christina Poplar claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
That's quite honorable. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
Mamaya, muli na kami sa bahay. Nagpapadasal kami. Tahimik, may dumating na pulis. Dumating na pulis, pumasok sa may pinto. Kasi binuksan eh. Kala namin, parang, parang check-check to. Hindi ko alam. Pumunta kasama sabi niya,
that science is unable to explain the facts doesn't mean there is no rational explanation.
I confess, I share your point of view, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Ganon, pag-uwi namin sa bahay, nagpapadasal pa kami. May bilang pulis, hinahanap si Nini. Si Nini na nagmumpog daw. Sabi, nuhuli ka namin. Sabi ko, sino kayo? Doon na lang kayo magsalita sa barangay, sa police station. Sumama si Nini. Sabi niya, tayo, sasama ako. Hindi, sasama rin ako. Sabi ko, iiwan ko siya. Sabi ko na yun, kasi mama ko lang ha. Nabantay ko dito lahat. Kami, puyat kami. Nagsamang gutom, puyat. Kasi patay. Sumama kami sa onet. Sumama si Nini. Pagdating doon, doon si Christine, nakaupo. Sabi niya, sino ba rito yung Marilyn? Sabi niya, ako po. Bakit mo siya sinuntok? Tingnan mo, ang laki ng bukol. Sabi niya, gano'n. Sabi
over there! There's one of them vermin!
Gusto ko siya sa dibdib. Sabi niya, paano kung napunta yung bukol sa noo? Sinutok po siya sa dibdib. Natapon nga yung dala-dalawang tubig. Nantahimik ako kasi hindi ko alam pangyayari. Tapos sabi niya, gano'n na lang. Sabi niya itong complainant. Sabi ng complainant, bayaran mo na lang daw yung permisyo. Hindi raw siya makakapagtrabaho. Nagpa-CT-scan na siya, gano'n. Bayaran daw ni Nini. Ang dami ng perang involved. Bayaran daw yung permission damage niya. Yung hindi niya
It's not a place for you, sir.
Araw, 500 kilita. Ganon, naka-audit na rin sa opisina ng barangay. Doon siya kasi galing eh. Sabi ni Nini, sir, pasensya na po, hindi ko po siya sinuntok sa noo. Sa dibdib ko siya sinuntok. Pangalawa po, wala po akong trabaho. Matandang dalaga po ako. Sige po, kulong nyo na lang po ako. Nagpapakulong si Gaga.
You are blinded by your...
Sabi ko, hindi ka pwede pakulong. Bakit ka pakulong?
Imprisoned by your daily routine.
Sabi niya,
Take a look, don't be afraid.
Bakit siya kukulong? Wala siyang ibabayad. Sabi siya, bakit ka mababayad siya? Yun nga, yun yung parang tenant din ng kapatid niyo. Sabi ko, hindi niyo pwede ano yan. Wala po kaming pera. Wala akong pera po, sabi ko.
I will return later.
Meron daw kayong kapatid sa Amerika. Ang puta naka-elaborate na lahat. Bakit alam na may kapatid kami sa Amerika? Ay, Taragis na yan, gumagawa ng pera. Sabi ko, Christy, bakit pero pag ikaw sinabi na may kapatid ko sa Amerika, anong pinalaman ng kapatid ko sa Amerika? Eh, no, oo, mamatay man ako mal. Hindi ako nagsisinungaling. Diretso kwento ko sa'yo, walang utal. Yun talaga, totoo. Hindi ako nagpapabrigate ng kwento. Kasi, tuloy-tuloy ang kwento ko. Alam mo, sabi nung sabi ko, bakit mo may kinalaman yung kapatid ko sa Amerika? Eh, kasi yun lang po may pera eh. Sabi niya, ayan na, sabi ni Christy, ano pa naman ikaw hanggang dito sa barangay, gumagawa ka pa rin ng pera, hindi mo nga nakita si kuya, ando sa nicho. Dito ko na pala nagpunta. Pahiya siya. Tapos hindi siya marap sa akin, pinitigan ko siya ng matali. Parang gusto siya kahit hindi siya galit. Tapos bandang muli, eh sabi ko, sige, tuloy na lang ang kaso. Kung anong kaso, pero hindi pwede kulong kapatid ko. Tapos sabi naman niya, tapos naalala ko pala, sige, kulong niya na lang kapatid ko. Ganun pala, kapag kulong si Nini ng 24 oras, bawal pala yun. Kung sinil pa kulong, yun daw ang magkakaroon na, yun daw ang ikukulong.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
It's locked. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Good evening, Doctor. Can I help you?
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious, never goes out, doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Tapos yung bandang huli, nung pag namin, sinabi ng polis, alam niyo, misis, sabi nga raw niya ay, binigyan niya kami ng tulungan daw namin siyang kayo. Wala po kami kasalanan. Pero sabi natin na, magbigay po siya ng pera sa amin. Anong tago? Nagbigay ng pera, si Peste. Para kasuhan, magkapera siya. Alam ng polis kami pagkapalit sa Amerika. Sumaka kami na sabi ngayon. Polis? Sabi ko nung baser, sabi niya, oo, gusto yata magkapera nung yung bago yun.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them!
Kapatid yung asawa niya na namatay nga po. Hindi nga po yan nagpakita ng kapatay. Pangalawa, sumipot na lang, di kami Tapos yung bandang uli, nung pag-uwi namin, alam mo kung nasan si nanay? Nasa kami si Mendoza. Alam mo kung anong ginagawa? Nakaburlis na, nagubad. Nasiraan na ng ulo. Oo, kala mo ba? Si Ray ang nag-ano, sabi niya, baby, si nanay mo, tingnan mo, nagubad na, oh. Napunta na yung utak.
The walls of your home will not protect you.
Oo.
For there is no protection.
Tapos, ano? Iyak na naman ako. Nakubad na.
You are blinded by your false faith.
You paid one way or another.
Please, Joe. How long have we known each other? We even used to be neighbours, for Christ's sake.
You again? What do you want this time?
Sumaba ako. Ang tagal namin nakabalik kasi gumagawa ka ng pera. Pag-uwi namin ako.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Don't be afraid.
Wala na. Nagiging ako. Siyempre, yung mga nang dadasal. Hindi na makawala siguro. Hinahanap kami ni nanay. Hindi ko na alam. Wala na akong alam. Basta kita ko na si nanay na kami si Mendoza na lang. Bahay na pa. Tara. Naawag ko din yung baby. Pag-uwi kami. Ubat. Bakit nakautan na kita yung baby? Ubat na talaga. Saan ba?
When science
fails, ano pa yung ubat? Ubat na tapos eh. Lang siya na ngayon. Mas tulit sa bahay. Bilis ako yung tinawag na si Poplar. Pampakalma yung dalit na sa ilalim ng lila. Tapos na ano. Oo, agala. Yan. Tinanong ko muna kay doktora, pinakupay ko muna. Pinahibas-basan. Grabe kung ginawa ng babae niya. Okay, tatagal-tagal kami, malam, sinabi, hindi ko alam yan. Uwi kami galing sa pisito, ganyan. Pero yung siya gagawin ginawa niya. Pinatay na siya kasi sinabi niya. Papunta na nga doon eh. Nagubad na. Kita nila yung dalawa eh. Pag na. Inaawat nila yung ano.
Science fails you. This elixir will give you faith again.
Tinawag si doktora ng muna ko sa bahay service kasi sobrang grabe. Bakit season na ako. Sobrang walang grabe.
Sort of bloody jump to you, eh? Sick and suffering.
Parang grabe. Focus. Ulo ko sa Instagram. Grabe. Ang buhay ko dati sinalba. Dati sinalba.
Imprisoned by your daily routine, unable to see the true horror.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of it.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Some of us come to this world already touched by grace. Morbidity. Beauty.
There
is no protection against malevolence. Some trickery. You are blind by your false faith.
It's locked, all right.
Binubugbog ko na rin katawan ko sa pagod para pag hindi ako tulog na. Sobrang hirap. Hindi ko alam na ganito eh. Nasisisi ko nga si nanay. Kanya ako na lang. Si Lily habang buhay ko na yun. Dadalhin, yun mo. Buhay siya. Patanda ako na niya. Kasi pali sa iniisip ko. Paano? Mawala. Una ko sana. Sino yung sa kanya? Wala. Tasyang pera.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see, Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
It's locked, all right. What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy? Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. Yes. I have this, nurse. Allow me to finish the procedure alone. I need the room.
I'd prefer to stay and see this through. This is my patient, Doctor. I have needle and thread for stitching the wound.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor. We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Pag-asawa ko, 3 anak ko, gano'n. Andito. Hello, sa bahay. Andito ko sa kwarto nila.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Sa tindahan.
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Listen very carefully, Dorothy. You will erase from your memory everything you pretend to know about Lady Ashbury and Pembroke Hospital.
Let that rich bitch off the hook over my dead
Nurse
body.
Crane, enough. Listen as if your life depended on every word. I know you've a generous heart who gives freely to those in need, but you shall walk away from the shadier streets of your business.
I will never abandon...
Dorothy, the discussion has come to a close. Your clandestine activities in the Resistance are over. Let it go.
I'll let it go. Yes. All gone.
Oo, kaya kasaan nabanggit nga niya, no? Si Yogi. Tapos sabi niya nga, sinanilo nga, Totoy. Tapos sabi nga ni, sabi ko, busy naman ako nagkagagawa ng sopas, lugaw, sabi ko. Si Nanay Bilin.
This one stinks already.
Oh.
Elite! There's one of them! Bloody leech!
Ay, oo. Ka pa nga eh. Kaya sabi ni Yogi, oo nga, kasi si nanay din, tsaka si nanay mo, pagka sa dasal-dasal namin ni Yogi, si Aling Liang. Oo, yan, dalawa sila ni nanay ko, si nanay niyan, promotor na maglagay-lagay na ng salta. Oo, ganon. Tapos sabi ni Yogi, oo nga, tapos natapos ng mahal, 24 oras yun, kinabukasan, ando na kami sa bahay nyo. At ibe, no, kami ni Weng. Tapos biglang tumigil si nanay. Ay, ano ginagawa niyo dyan? Pati ikaw, Ugoy, nagsusugat? Ano kayo, mga Hudyo? Nanggit ni Ogi kanina yun, tawanan lahat eh. Sabi ko, kayo natandaan ba sinabi ni nanay? Sabi niya, parang kung di matatandaan yun eh. Ako talaga yung pinangalan niya. Pati ikaw, Ugoy? Ugoy pa yung tawag. Ikaw, Ugoy? Portugal din? Ano kayo, Hudyo?
No civilians allowed, sir.
Sabi ko, di, ano kaya, hindi na pwede bumalik. Ay, hindi na din. Wala na ngayon ang kabataan. Wala na, hindi na kaya. Pati mga laro-laro namin ko. Pati yung mga grupo, wala na yan.
Joe, please, I don't have your money.
Come on, Barrett, you know the game. You pay for peace of...
Wala din. Sabi ko, hindi na kaya ibalik. Hindi na yan. Kasi mga bata kayo, ano, gadget. Wala kaya kaya magpapalik. Sabi ko, nakalimutan ko na yun. Oo, ano nga yun ha? Ano ang tawag sa, kasi si Papa, iba hindi na, oo, yung iba kasi hindi naman yun sa ano eh, sa public ang ginawa niya. Meron siyang kapwa-itig na inaano, nag-aayod din sa kanya, kaya kinukuha niya. Diba, hindi naman gawa ni Papa. Patulad yung lobo na nilagyan ng tubig, tapos lagyan ng goma, tapos pag ginagos parang yoyo. Tapos yung ano, yung mga goma-goma, diba? Galing sa Johnson, Rabbit, Johnson. Hindi ko alam, hindi pa, kasi hindi naman ako nag-ano yung YouTube, saka yung Facebook. Hindi ko alam kung ano, ewan ko. Ano kaya yun? Kasi ko no, tignan hanapin ko nga. Oo, no? Oo nga, no? Oo, ano? Oo. Sa binti yun, sa binti. Wala na. Marami si nanay. Si Papa, mga inimbento yung manok na tumato kanya yun. Tumato pa. Oo, ano yan. Mga shoot na bola. Detali. Kanya ito. Maisip si Papa nung kaya kinuha siya dun sa ano ng Mabigit, sa may Diba Factory. May 11 Avenue. Oo. May 11 Avenue. Kinuha siya Mabigit kasi ang dami niyang alam na inventor nga si Papa. Oo, inventor ng tawag. Oo, nagkaroon ng sarili. Ano, sinuportan din ang asosyasyon niya. Nakakanda mo ba yun? Oo, Loreto. Makina. Sila Eddie yun. Ewan ko anong pangalan ng babae. Oo, bookkeeper. Hirap talagang ano kaya. Hindi na mababalik yung noon. Pati ugali ng tao ngayon basta na. Halos marami po yan. Sino yun? Oo. Okay pa rin si Ogie mag-gupit. Kaya lang yung ano niya, yung trabaho niya, ano ko, Sangkrila ba? Book siya rin eh. Oo. Sangkrila, ano siya, book. Ano tawag yung pa, ano siya, halos pasma na rin sinabot niya. Isang kamay niya, pero sinatapos pa patay na yung ano, daliri ng ano, kasi init, lamig. Kaya sabi ni Ogie, sabi niya, huwag ka na magluto-luto. Kasi nadadara yung kamay mo kung nagbabasa ka. Mahirap yan. Tulad ako, tinan mo, operahan yung kamay niya eh. hindi raw manhid, hindi raw ano, kundi yung pag wala ng nerve. Eh, malaki-laking pera to. Sabi ko sa manakuha, sa pagluluto nga. Kasi luluto ko, tapos maghuhugas, maghilig, maghuhugas, luluto. Tapos kaharap ko pa, malaking ano, yung apoy, pati katawan niya. Kaya nga, eh di ba nga, hindi yata siya natanggat ng ate niya nga, nasa, mabait na masipag. Mabait siya hanggang ngayon. Inaanak ni Wen yung panganay niya. Oo, 2. Ay, mabait din na, yung ko saan niya nakakilala, maganda rin. Mabait. Mabait din. Mabait din si Obi, dito nga lagi nagbabasketball. Kaya lang, kamay niya, sabi ko, paano yan? Eh, pag-iipunan daw niya ng pera. Sabi ko, oo, grabe, hindi raw siya makuha sa therapy, opera daw. Hindi pang klase. Grabe na pala yung sakit nga. Sabi niya, huwag mo sabihin ng ganyan-ganyan lang, pero hindi mo mamalayan. Kasi, sobra ng manhid. Namanhid na yung kamay ko. Kasi nga, hugas mo, lipit mo, luto mo, hugas mo, lipit mo, luto mo. Eh, syempre, basa ng basa, hindi ka na makakalimutan, hindi ka naghuhugas. Lipit mo. Eh, kahit magpara-paraan ka na sabon na sinasandok mo, tapos hindi na hugasan, eh, maghuhugas ka rin eh. Hugasan mo yung pinag-anuhan mo. Lulutuin mo, hugasan mo. Hugasan mo yung mga parte, pangkitata, kawali. Hugasan mo, merong helper ka. Nakakaalalay sa'yo, tapos kagad. Wala. Kasi okay yan, ganyan trabaho yan. Kung talaga siya, ayun yan, ang mandadali sa kanya. Sige na, nasa party ka ba? Sige na, naku, ikaw, isa ka pa rin. Bye, sige na. Mag-iingat ka lagi. Oo, bye-bye. Bye.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Ay, gago. Gago. Ay, gago. Namatay din.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Ay, gago.
Let's see how he likes a bit of fun. I'll put it into you.
Kailangan patayin.
Crush the leech, boys.
Ubos. Ang lakas ko naman.
I should have considered the offer from that Callaghan fellow.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Si Doc.
Disgust on every street corner. Daily routine.
It's locked, all right.
Saan na?
If only I were young again. Just a dozen years.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter. His cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed, your ladyship. The person who took advantage of you has, shall we say, seen the error of her ways.
So who was it?
My lady, the blackmailer was dealt with using the utmost discretion. The culprit's identity is of no relevance.
Thank you, Jonathan. That is exactly what I needed from you. You have proven your loyalty, so, as a friend, please accept this small token of my appreciation.
Thank you, my lady.
If you have an inclination to learn more about vampires or your current situation, I will be glad to aid you in your quest for knowledge.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
Wala tayong ulamin.
And no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
Bili ka tinapay.
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
What type of vampire is a skull?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Skulls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
Do you know any of them? Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain, more than likely it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They have seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society, and like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Surely I can endure.
Yes, Jonathan?
May I ask you some questions?
Please do. I have promised to answer you.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady. I cannot enter. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wood and nails, not flesh and bones.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable. And your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen. As for me, what a blundering idiot.
It's locked, all right.
Overwhelmed by this horrible.
Yes, Jonathan?
May I ask you some questions?
Please do. I have promised to answer you.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady.
Diyan mo na.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Skulls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it. Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I never saw symptoms like this when I was in France. Not at all.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Yo, what's up? tagal mag-loading. May mic pala ako. Oh, I'm here na. Huh? Bumalik ako sa hospital.
It's locked.
Kain muna tayong daga.
Thirst for blood. This is despicable.
Uy! Kak! Mamaya na ulit. Bye guys.